today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out.
And not only was it great to see Dak Prescott make his return in 2021, it's even better to see him playing the best ball of his career. He didn't lead Dallas to just a division title and its best record in 6 years. Dallas also led the league in yards and points, the first time it has led in both since 1971.
Dak going to start out going to the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 64 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Prescott. Being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mix it up the middle. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Here's Burrow. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's a give to Mixon. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. A draw play for Mixon. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Burrow eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow rolling to his right. Touchdown Bengals. Tyler Boyd. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And now the offense for the Bengals being called back out as they'll try to add on 2 more. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here we go. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Escaping the pressure right. Airing one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the visiting Dolphins who come away victorious on the road. Teddy Bridgewater, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
From the 17, Prescott finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Prescott down. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have retaken a third-quarter lead. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Here we go. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Here's Higgins out of the right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
First down there for T. Higgins. Don't let it be lost in Jamar Chase's phenomenal season. The Higgins had a big year for Cincinnati as well. Topped the 1,000-yard plateau for the first time, and he did it despite missing a few games with injuries. The third-year man could give Cincy a pair of Pro Bowlers in the position here in 2022.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now it's Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A 9-yard touchdown there.
And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here come the Cowboys.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Logan Wilson.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To the air again, Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. That's Schultz. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
On 2nd and 9. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Osa Odigizua with the effort there to earn the sack.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Here we go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left.
He will find his man Chase complete.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Now Prescott. Able to find Gallup. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Prescott.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Now Dak.
Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
To throw, Prescott.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Here's Prescott.
It's caught. Tolbert. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
Here's Dak.
Forced, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Prescott.
Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Prescott. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Lambeau on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Now it's Burrow. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Cincinnati, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This is the player card. Here you can hear our players' motivations. How well your team. Welcome to your franchise staff. Staff point when you have to see some talent trees make you select a path to.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Zach Wilson and the New York Jets taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
This game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Here's Burrow to throw right away.
Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Dancing to his, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He'll buy some time right.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. I'm speechless. You're back in the shadow of your own goalpost. Whoa. Talk. I don't know.
I was hoping you would keep talking.
First half, I bet.
I was hoping that you weren't speechless because I have no explanation for this. It does remind me a little bit of a playoff game in the NFL a few years back where they ran a real trick play that was actually named after a song.
Touchdown, Jets!
Garrett Wilson,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Bengals at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 38 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And he shows some mobility there, getting outside of the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? He said he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, they will have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
They run with a 2nd-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 19 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hall again on 2nd down.
He finds, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Flush to his right.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go. Right, 80.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
That was Carl Lawson in pursuit that time, and he gets the stop.
Here we go.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of Well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He gets it underneath to Hall, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they lead the visiting Saints in that one at halftime. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. and they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris. An afternoon to remember. 4 touchdown runs. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Jets now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow being chased out left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48, gain of just 1. On 3rd down, Burrow eluding the pressure right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 4th down, here's Joe Burrow. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Boy, a
curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. A give running right is Hall. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 66 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he gets this one in.
Menu narration option is set to off.
The 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now, they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo sack.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that's good for a pickup.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And now they will throw it with Burrow.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow under pressure, and they got to him again. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds.
And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Jamar Chase,
37 yards.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Hall again on 2nd down.
Room here to run. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Now Burrow.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
To throw, Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Boyd. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the Jets, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Tonight, it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami